What's going on, guys? This is Joey.
And this is Adrian.
Welcome to We Talk Weeb Talk commentary show.
And today we're going over a very special episode specifically to me because we're going over my favorite anime, My Hero Academia. Now, a little bit of background information before we get up into this. My Hero was a big staple for when I started watching legitimate shonen animes, like the longer ones at least. And I'm a nerdy dude. I love superheroes and I love anime, so this one was just super dear to me personally, and man, I can't get enough of it. I really just can't. But you got anything to say, Joey? Because I'm stoked to just get right into this.
You're so stoked you forgot to say the title, but today we're going to be watching Deku versus Todoroki. It's going to be a full fight. It's going to be in the dub version. If y'all would like us to watch subbed versions in a later date, we will. Let's get right into it.
I had forgotten so much of what she said in those days. He'll start with an ice attack. I can't allow him to use that power of his too much.
Oof.
Wow! Midoriya managed to break Todoroki's insane opening move! He cannot do it again!
Yeah, real quick, just to
Yeah.
start off saying, there's a lot to unpack just in this. So, if y'all haven't seen My Hero Academia or any animes that we've posted, what are you doing? Go watch the show until up until that point we talk about, and then just come back so you can get our breakdowns of it. So right now, Deku's pretty much at his ultimate offense versus Todoroki's ultimate defense. His ice is just super proficient. He knows how to use it very well. And if you haven't watched the show, Todoroki has half fire and half ice. He doesn't necessarily use his fire that much, but you gotta watch the anime to find that out. I'm not gonna spoil anything. But as of right now, Deku is handling his quirk with very little proficiency, but he's doing it as much as he can. He's obviously you can see his fingers, they are just completely broken and just messed up, and he only has technically 10 shots to use. But just having both of these characters go at it in this event is just it was amazing to watch for the first time.
Yeah, I agree. Watching his growth throughout the series is very, very intriguing. Like you said, in the beginning he injures himself a lot just because he doesn't have full control.
Yeah, it's insane the level of dedication this man has to mastering his quirk and just using it to the best of his abilities. And even when he unlocks certain things later on in the series, he just increases in power. It's one of my favorite things about Deku. He's one of those main characters who don't care about injuring themselves as long as they're able to save somebody. That's I fell in love with his character so much during this, but man, all right, let's get back in.
Just imagine the egg.
I need to
Honestly,
focus on finding an opening somewhere. Let's continue. I'll end this quickly.
no, you won't.
Todoroki withstood Midoriya's power and is now rushing his classmate!
Oof, but raw power.
That was much more powerful than any of your previous attacks. It's not just that his quirk is powerful. His judgment, mobility. I'm sorry about this, but thanks for drawing it out. You see, I'm going to show that bastard that I reject his power. Todoroki continues his overwhelm! I am not done yet! You're trembling, Todoroki. Usually you'd make up for the drop in temperature by using the heat from your left side. But you refuse to do that now. You haven't managed to put a single scratch on me.
Yeah, if you look, his pointer finger is getting even more purple because
Yeah.
he's using that finger. He used it twice that on that same finger, and it's just absolutely insane to me, like, the level he's willing to go to just to win. I mean, like, obviously, it's not about winning. He just wants to, like, show himself. All Might was, like, telling him in this event, you gotta just stand out.
Well, me personally, when I watched this, I never got the vibe of him trying to win or show his power. I feel like he was trying to bring out Todoroki's fire, so Todoroki can fully use his full power and not be scared to because he's his hatred for his father.
Yeah, that is a really, really good point. And just to add to that, like he needs to use his other half to cool himself down after using his ice so much, and that's why you see that frost build up on his face.
Yeah, so I feel like this is not really a fight to win or prove dominance. I feel like it's a fight to show Todoroki that it's okay to use your power. That is not his power. It is yours. Make it your own.
Exactly, and that's what he says to him when he actually does like show to use it and everything. But we'll see in a minute if you haven't watched this. He doesn't like fully use it. I feel like he only uses like his fire to cool him to like warm himself up a little bit after using his ice so much because he relies heavily on his ice side.
Let's get right back into it.
He may be your son, but he isn't you. That boy.
Oof, Endeavor.
The instant I lifted my right foot, I've got this. Come on, I've got this. A silent punch. I can't believe you went on the offensive there.
He's full of adrenaline. He probably doesn't even realize how much pain he's in. Even if he wins, he might not be able to fight in his next match.
It's not that he's fighting recklessly. He's just doing everything he can to win the match within his current skill level. What's driving him? Why is he so intent?
He's using his lip to charge his thumb.
Yeah, that's one thing I really do love about Deku or Midoriya, whichever one y'all like to call him. But I like Deku.
He's resourceful. He's very resourceful.
He's smart, but he's a smart idiot, if that makes any sense.
Oh, dude, he's like a massive quirk nerd. If you've watched the show, he has a whole notebook like describing each one of his classmates, like the heroes' quirks and everything. Just everybody's. He's just analyzing every single little thing about it, like counters. Like it's like unfathomable how big of a nerd he is about quirks. Because I mean, growing up without one, or like just having none at all, and then just getting the most powerful one in the whole series is just a huge step up for him, and that's why he's having so much trouble like controlling it, because he doesn't necessarily know how to
like right when he got it, he had to not tame himself. He had to basically train himself to be even able to use it.
Yeah, like it's insane his level of dedication and just how his thought process is to even do these little things that still end up really hurting himself, but not as bad as it would if he wouldn't have trained for it.
Yeah, like just like in like what All Might said in the video. He was saying that even though he knows it's pain, he doesn't feel it for the amount of adrenaline he has. And
Nah.
like
He's on a constant adrenaline spike every time he uses that quirk.
Yeah.
Because he knows, like, I don't think he uses One For All 100% as of right now.
I think it's
with
only
his
like 5%.
Yeah, he only uses it 5%, because if he actually used it 100%, he'd end up killing himself and the person he's targeting,
Or
like at his
fully
current skill
obliterate-
level.
Yeah, or completely obliterate the limb he uses.
Oh yeah, like legit, they would just explode. Like if y'all think what he's doing to himself now is bad, just think of what he could have done. And it's just insane the level of control he was able to learn in such a short amount of time.
Right.
Well, let's get right back into it, because this is a good rest of the fight. Because they're just antagonizing each other.
Shut up.
I don't want to be the kind of guy he is. But honey,
You can see that ice
you still
build up
wanna
and
be a
everything
hero,
on
don't
him.
You can be the kind of hero you want to be when you grow up.
I'll surpass you!
Ignore them, Shoto. They live in a different world than the one I'm training you for.
I refuse to use my left side. It's yours! Your quirk, not his!
Oof.
I want
And like, even though he doesn't use his fire side, it's so cool to look at.
Very good. This is the dawn of a new era for us. With my blood in your veins, you'll surpass me.
amazing. Why are you smiling?
To the music, I'm getting nostalgic. Oof. Blows up the entire stadium, bro.
What happened just now? What the heck is up with your students? I can't see a thing. Is the match still going on or what, huh?
Todoroki wins!
Okay.
Man,
So what's your thoughts?
dude, I mean, like, same as the first time I watched it. I didn't expect Deku to lose, but I mean, I feel like to him, it wasn't about winning or losing, because he's like, you've seen the show. The person he is he just wants to bring out the best in everyone, and Todoroki's that complex character in the beginning when he's, hating his dad. I mean, he hates his dad pretty much to like where the show is now. Like, there's a very brief period of he respects him, but he just, there's a certain line in the sand that they draw towards each other for how they were raised.
Right.
But like, that fight really just set up the type of hero Deku was gonna become. I mean, later on in the series, he does his own thing. It was pretty badass.
Right. So that was Midoriya versus Todoroki.
And now this one, bro. This one. Oh man. Yeah, Midoriya, Ida, and Deku going up against Stain, the hero killer. Now this guy here, he's serious. His motives and everything was just it's just insane. Like, we definitely got to go more in depth about specific characters in the show later on, because there's just so much to talk about with Stain. But let's just get right into this fight.
Well, before we
Definitely
start,
top 5.
before we start, when I watched this, I never got the feeling of Stain being a villain. You know?
I mean, obviously they wrote his character as, I mean, obviously his name is Stain, the hero killer, so you expect a lot, and you're very intimidated by the person he is just because of how he's written. But that's without even saying I feel like when you watch the show and you realize his respect for All Might, because he even said the only person who's allowed to kill me is All Might. He just, because that's a true hero. And I feel like he knows the difference between the good and the bad heroes, because there definitely is, some extent to some. And it's really, it's like reassuring to know that there is one person who doubts the hero's capabilities in the show. This fight has like a lot of emotion behind it. These are like smaller portions of the fights, so definitely go out and watch them yourself if you want to get like that full sort of experience. And man, it's just, this fight just has a lot of emotion behind it, and you also get to see Deku being more proficient in using his quirk, and that's what I'm ready to like get into.
Alright. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Dude, and Ida going into this fight had a lot of emotion.
Who are you? I am. Your eyes are searing with vengeance.
I am the brother of an incredible hero who you attacked. I have come to stop you, because he can't anymore. I am Ingenium, and I will defeat you.
I don't get it. Why did that guy look like Nomu?
Tenya!
Oh no.
Did you run off by yourself? Where the hell are you, Tenya? Damn it, your hands.
I can't believe Tenya would run off with such a huge disaster right in front of him, where the hero killer attacked. Don't tell me.
Are these really men? Or are they actual monsters?
And so be it. Die.
Definitely monsters.
Jenny. So you're brothers.
There's no real description for him.
You're a weakling. Just like he was.
Damaged his spine and paralyzed him from the waist down. You had no right to take that all away from him.
I'm not super talented or anything. But if I'm going to call myself a hero, then I have to live up to that title.
I'll kill you!
Shouldn't you be worried about saving that guy? Not as far away from being a hero as I can imagine. Goodbye, child. May your death bring about a better world.
Ooh, Deku entrance. Deku entrance. You gotta love the silence.
Don't you worry, Ida. I'm gonna save you!
I can't move my body.
So cutting somehow activates his power, huh?
Midoriya, please. Don't get involved.
What are you saying? So, what will you do? He's different from the villains who attacked us before. Didn't have any proof. I should have made sure that a pro came with me to find him. I'll just have to protect these two who can't move and stall for time.
Run away! I told you this has nothing to do with you!
Meddling when you don't need to is the essence of being a hero! Gotta get past the sword! Watch the blades! A 5%! Detroit! Yes! I really can fight! My body... Did he cut me and I didn't even notice? No. It's... the blood!
Countless false heroes around here who are all talk. But I think you're worthy of staying alive.
Get away!
Midoriya, you
Man.
need to give more details in times like this. Good question. Your message took me a while to
Oof,
figure
yeah,
out.
and Todoroki actually
Next
using
time,
his
try to
fire
send more than just
abilities,
your
bro.
specific location.
Just
Man.
seeing
And
the
like,
growth from both characters from the fight that they
Dude.
just had against each other it's incredible in my opinion. I feel like
yeah, and a good bit of time has passed between here and the festival they just had. But like, obviously, they still have respect for each other because Deku, like I previously stated, he's the one to bring out the best in each person. And even, dude, seeing Ida mad and like for real, like have a heart full of vengeance, that really didn't like sit well with me, but like in a good way, because it was just such a drastic flip in his character. And it was obviously justified because, Sting like paralyzed his brother and he was just, falling down that dark path, and Deku's gonna be the one to reassure him and bring him back, which is one of my favorite things in any shonen anime, is whenever a side character is going down some dark path and the main character is trying to bring him back up. Like, that is inspiring.
yes, I agree 100%. All right, let's get right back into it.
Everything's okay. The pro heroes will be here any minute. But you won't be taking any more lives, hero killer.
Yeah,
Yeah, Stain's actually insane. Like, his physical abilities, like, not even counting his quirk, are just too
I'm
good.
the one that should stop him.
Yes.
The hero killer is mine. You're Ingenium now? Strange. The Ingenium I knew before never had that look on his face. Watch out!
must be typo.
Midoriya, dodge!
It doesn't really help us that much to know how his quirk works, though.
Our best option is to hold until the pros arrive and avoid close combat. We can protect them. Ida.
I have a thought. You see how Todoroki has cuts on his flame side?
Yeah.
Couldn't he technically use his fire to close those wounds?
To, like, cauterize it?
Yeah.
I mean, if he's able to pinpoint specific parts on his body to produce his flames, then that'd be some really, really good control. But even though Todoroki's like extremely versatile in both of his sides, ice more than fire, obviously, it would just be really crazy for him to just be able to do that, especially with his like final form, quote unquote, he gets later on in the series. But that's a whole other fight to watch. We're getting to that one in a future episode.
Oh,
I
dude,
definitely need to.
getting flashbacks.
Dude, legit, this anime just had such a big impact on me, dude. It's just one of it's my favorite. It just is. I can go on for days, but yeah, like Todoroki's proficiency, I feel like he would eventually be able to do it, like with more control and everything, but that is an interesting thought.
Okay.
I've been worried about you ever since your brother was attacked. And I know
But yeah,
just
dude,
how
that
narrow
face, like you can just
you
tell.
get that day.
Like how fast Deku is now, bro.
Like it's crazy how much they've grown.
Yeah, like man, I forgot. I really feel bad for forgetting the dude who trained Deku to do that. It was that small guy. Who's also just super fast,
He was also
and it was
friends
All Might.
or relationship with All Might's trainer who gave him the power of All for One or One for All.
Yeah, and he has the most like knowledge of how to train someone with the quirk because he's done it multiple times, like throughout the generations. Like he's seen 3 generations of One for All being passed down, and it is just super like that just like work ethic of knowing how it works in depth. Because at this point, nobody knows what Deku's quirk is, or even All Might's for that matter, because of how like insanely like complex it is.
Right. Like you said, nobody in the show that he's close with knows that he has All Might's powers yet.
Exactly. Until like the first person to ever figure it out like on their own is Bakugo after All Might's fight with All for One, but that's also for a future episode because that in itself has some great moments in it that we can just go on for days about. But yeah.
My life with Father, and about who I have become. She told me to move forward, that nothing was holding me back. It's so simple.
Midoriya! You have to run. You want to make your brother proud. Then stand up and be Ingenium. Become the hero he wanted you to be! Can I call myself a hero?
Shouldn't you be worried about saving that guy?
I took my brother's name so that I could teach this villain a lesson.
You want to be a hero too, Tenya?
There's something I wanted to ask you, big brother.
But you're a hard worker and definitely smarter and more athletic than me back when I was a kid.
Both of you are nothing but fakes.
These two are different from me.
He's a monster.
Oof, dude, those kicks, bro. Ida can throw some hard kicks.
Yes, he can.
It's no use trying to pretend you're a hero now. You'll never be anything but a fraud who prioritizes his own desires.
Lunatic. Ida, don't listen to this murderer's nonsense.
No, he's completely correct.
Pathetic!
His quirk alone isn't especially powerful. It must be difficult for him to take on multiple opponents at once.
Crap, my engines are shot. Hey, Todoroki, can you regulate your temperatures? Freeze my leg for me. Ida, just do it, hurry!
That's okay.
Thank you, Todoroki. I will fight.
Yeah, the teamwork is actually insane, and that's what I've always loved about this show is just how each person just goes off of each other.
Right.
Dude, that wombo combo is insane! Oh, man. Look at that. That's wallpaper material.
This scene right
Wallpaper
here
material.
made me jump out my seat.
Dude, because, like, knowing each of the characters and everything, like, just their, like, faces, and whenever Ida was on the ground, just being so angry, and seeing, like I was talking about, that complete 180 in his character, it, like, really shook me. It really did.
I have that
Like,
same feeling for later into the show with Midoriya, but that's for another time.
of course. We can go on for hours.
They managed to land
Man.
attacks.
That brother's floating in the air, bro.
Stay!
Stand down. Keep fighting.
He's gotta be knocked out.
Gotta love the comedic relief
Yes.
in the middle of the fight.
I saw you hurt your leg back there. At least let me do this for you.
Thank you very much.
The three of us barely won against him, and even then it was because of his own mistakes.
Right, let's get him to the police as fast as we can.
I thought I told you to stay on the bullet train!
There he is.
Jeez, this side of him reminds me so much of Toshinori.
Injuries look bad. I'll call an ambulance right away.
You guys,
All Might for people who don't remember.
Right.
because of me. Hey, pull yourself together.
Nah, there's the Ida we know.
Get down!
The word hero has lost all meaning in this society. Betting dreams. You must all be purged. Everything that I do is to create a stronger society.
Did you just save that kid?
Everyone be on your guard! We've got a fight on our hands!
Don't tell me that man is.
Oh!
Wait, Todoroki!
You false hero! Come on! Just try and stop me, you fakes!
I think
Oof.
he's out cold.
Yeah, man. There's a lot more context to that video, but like I said, if you wanna watch for yourself, go watch episode 38 of the show, and you'll get the full picture of it. But man, that fight has so much emotion in it, and especially at the end, Ida's reconciling for his mistakes of trying to go alone, seek vengeance, and just they Todoroki and Deku, they don't care about that. They just cared if he was okay. You know what I mean?
Right. Which I really like the fact that you chose this fight to put in there, because from the first one that we watched of Todoroki and Deku to this one, you can see the growth. You can see everything that's changed. You never really see Ida's or what he's like in the other one, but this one you could see his character as he changed. But
And in the circumstances he was being put in, or technically he put himself in. And I think, he's the class rep, he's the guy who always has his stuff together and everything, but this was obviously he was on his little revenge streak of, just trying to get payback for his brother. And I think he really holds that title of Ingenium dear to him because of how good of a hero his brother was. And it's such a great show with not only we were talking about the growth, not only in their powers, but as in their characters. This show has one of the best character arcs for each person, not just the main character, the main side characters, but every single person you meet. You will remember their names, you will remember how they were in the beginning and how they grow as heroes.
right. So without further ado, this has been the third episode of We Talk Weep Talk. I hope y'all guys enjoyed it just as much as we have. We are looking forward to seeing you guys in the next episode and watching our growth as much as we're watching there.
Yeah, so leave a like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next episode of the We Talk Weep Talk Talk Show.